My journals are completely private and I never let anyone read them, so now I'm going to read one to you. Okay, cool. How about this page right here? July 27th, 2019, 11:59 a.m. It was a waning crescent moon that day, and it was a Saturday. Here we go. I just watched the reboot of Mary Poppins, and I cried my eyes out. What is it about comedy, heroes' journeys, and coming of age that pulls at my heartstrings so much? Children's sports, kids playing at the park, teenage shit kickers on bikes in the center of town. All three put a lump in my throat if I look too long. Today I have a good life. And back then I did too. But every time I think of childhood, I get angry or sad. But I don't know why. It's like there's a big black blanket draped over me. So much I don't remember or can't explain. I've even tried to write it all down, recount all details in chronological order, but there's nothing. I'm like the adults in the It movie. I think back, feel pain, and then I can't remember what I was thinking of. Maybe that's why so much fiction floats through me. Always daydreaming stories, laughing with people that don't exist, and falling in love with people born out of my subconscious. Painting non-faces, no ones, and things I wish to be true. I desperately crave reality, but the only thing available is the fantastic and sublime. Okay, end scene. Now we're out of the journal and we're back into my reality now. I was clearly pretty sad when I wrote that. I think back in July of 2019, I was still in therapy. I was in a weird relationship and I didn't really have a good connection with a lot of my friends. I had friends that I saw every day, but I never really got vulnerable with them. I never really connected with them, and I always just kind of felt like I was looking at everybody from inside of a fishbowl. And when I say I didn't connect with them, I don't mean that they weren't good friends. They were the best friends I had ever had in my entire life, but it was that I couldn't connect with them because I was in pain, not because they were bad people or something. And luckily, I was smart enough to be journaling and to be reflecting and trying to process my feelings and understand what the hell was wrong with me instead of just lashing out at people and being crazy or something. I think in 2019, I must have been 24 or 25. I don't know. I can't do math that quickly on the fly. But I was having some big, giant feelings because when I was in therapy for the very first time, it was in like 7th grade. And then I think I was pretty much consistently on and off therapy and all types of therapeutic treatment all the way up until I was 16 or something, and then eventually I completely quit until I was like 23 or 24. So safe to say I had a lot of unpacking to do because I had all this shit from when I was in middle school and high school that I never really fully processed, and then in my early 20s thinking I was this like independent adult, I was just a complete motherfucking mess. But yeah, that's just a random page in my journal from 2019. Should I read it